All right, all right, all right. We finally made it. Oh my god. Oh my god. So basically, Mr. Elon Musk. This is all Elon Musk's fault. Okay, so he's now charging to have your stream on Twitter. So I've spent the past half an hour working out why it's not connecting to Twitter, and apparently you have to pay and get verified and so forth. So I was waiting to be verified. I'm not verified, and I thought, F it, I'm gonna still come on, and we're gonna do a stream anyway. F Mr. Musk, I don't care about him. Hello everyone. It's been a turbulent, is the word, start to the stream. Well, there's been about 7 streams, but I'm here and I'm glad that I see some familiar faces like Jay. Hello, Jay. Hello, Ibet, is it? Ibet. Hello, Ibet. How are you doing today? So yeah, today's stream is going to be just on YouTube. Normally it's on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, and on YouTube. Today it's going to be just on YouTube, and I've not been here for like 3 weeks, so I can only apologize for my tardiness, as we say in the UK, but I am back and I'm ready to go, and we are going to cut some things up tonight. Firstly, how's everyone doing? Give me some marks out of 10. There's not many of you in here. The ones who are here, give me some marks out of 10. I want to know how you're doing. That's the most important thing. Today, we're going to be talking about a couple of things. The main thing we're going to be talking about is Armie Hammer, because quite frankly, I've seen 2 interviews with the guy now, and he seems like a very humble man. Now, I don't know if he's telling the truth. It seems like he is, because he's not exactly painting himself out to be a hero of any sort, but he seems to be telling the truth. And I also watched a Kevin Spacey interview with Piers Morgan as well a couple of weeks back. And again, he was he was less, I'm going to use the word trustworthy in terms of his approach than Armie Hammer. But I still believe, the stuff he was saying was factual. It wasn't like he was making things up. It was factual stuff that he was talking about. It's just, it felt a bit more staged with Kevin than it did with Piers. But we're going to be talking about that in a bit. I also want to talk about the best new trailers, because I'm going to be honest with you, there's been some really, really good trailers, some really interesting trailers over the past few weeks. Things that get you excited to watch films again. And it's quite shocking because I've been underwhelmed this year. And that's the last thing we're going to talk about is films. What films you've enjoyed this year? What films have you delved into this year? What have you enjoyed? So we're going to go through all those things in a bit. First thing that we need to do collectively here, people, if you could hit the like button, that would be tremendous. It helps the channel grow. If you could subscribe, if you've not subscribed yet, that would help the channel grow as well. I would love that. We have been growing quite fast recently, so I'd love to keep that going. So please do hit the like button. Please, please, please. That'd be fantastic. I'm going to wait for some more people to jump in before we jump into the subject matters. But it's good to have some of you people here. Well, all of you people, not some of you, all of you. Sagnik, hello. MC Hammer is a goat. Okay. I think that's come from Jay, is it? MC Hammer over Armie Hammer. I don't know. I'm a big fan of Armie Hammer. I like the way you spelled his name as well. MC Hammer is a goat, though. I heard he's a proper gangster. I heard, you see him dancing around in his pants, but I've heard that he's a proper hardcore gangster, like Bloods and Crips type gangster. I'm completely in the dark. What happened to Armie Hammer? He got cancelled. He got cancelled like 3 years ago because he was he cheated on his wife, which I don't think is a particularly cancelable thing. I think it's disgusting, but I don't think it's a cancelable thing. But what he did as whilst he was cheating on his wife was the issue. He sent these ladies messages that were very graphic about eating them and doing things to them that are illegal in most countries. So he got cancelled instantly cancelled. He had like 10 films lined up, plenty of money. It was his biggest year in film, and he just got absolutely wiped out. So he's gone. Armie Hammer is gone. White Noise, good to have you here. So I normally say at the beginning of the stream, I'm not going to be here for 4 hours. I'm not going to be here for 4 hours. The stream is already 1 hour late because of Elon Musk. I was going to say it's my fault. It's not my fault. It's Elon Musk's fault. So I'm not going to be here for like 3-4 hours. We are going to go over the subjects very shortly. I want to know, some more of you are in here now. So I want to know, how are you feeling out of 10? Jay's given me a 10 out of 10 already. How is everyone else doing out of 10? I'm going to give myself an 8. I've been learning how to love myself lately, guys. And I'm not talking about what you're thinking about. I'm talking about loving yourself and just allowing yourself to praise yourself sometimes and to embrace who you are and to give yourself a day off, give yourself a pat on the back, give yourself your favorite meal every now and again, just loving yourself. And I think it all came from the idea of, I've not been on the stream for 3 weeks. It all came from the idea of just taking a break, really. And before I had a break, I was going at 100 miles per hour, working every single day of the week, and it was a killer. But how are you guys doing? We have got an 8 out of 10, Sagnick. I love that. I absolutely love that. Too bad. I liked him in The Man from U.N.C.L.E. He's been good in everything. I've really enjoyed his performances. He's a good actor. Jonathan Majors. Oh, God. Wow. 9 out of 10. Kevin. I don't know if you've been on here before, Kevin, but that is a high mark, and I love that. 6 out, just feel drained. White Noise, do what I did. First of all, thank you very much for the super chat or gift on the last video. Really appreciate that. It was a lot of money, so I really appreciate that. Why are you feeling a 6 out of 10? Talk to me. We can't be having that. Maybe this will cheer you up. Does that cheer you up? Look at this. Gladiator 2. That cheers me up. Because when I saw this trailer, first of all, when I heard the film was being made, I was like, I am not interested in this film whatsoever. Firstly, I think Ridley Scott is, I think he's one of the great directors of all time. But I do think that, and I've spoken about this on streams before, I do think that he is, of the past 30 years, I say 20 years, hit and miss, more misses than hits. So when I heard about Gladiator 2, I was like, this is not going to be good. And then the trailer came on my screen, and I was like, this looks damn good. Until the music kicks in. And I think everyone, this is quite an old trailer now, so I think everyone's spoken about the music already. So I'm not going to say anything new particularly. I'm just going to say that I didn't like the music. I think it's a poor choice for a film about the Roman times. And one of my real icks is when a film which is set in the past has music from present day. That to me is a huge turnoff. So I'm hoping that they release a new trailer that doesn't have Kanye West and Jay-Z in the background. That doesn't really work for me. Ridley Scott is senile. Oh dear. I couldn't possibly agree with that. So Kevin, I think the trailer's good. Like, the trailer's good until the music kicks in. The trailer, I was like, okay, this might actually work. It's a bit obvious. I mean, the trailer, another problem is it shows you the whole story from start to finish, which is just mindless, absolutely mindless. So now I know what happens in the film. I'm sure there's going to be 1 or 2 twists, but we know what happens in the film, which is just mindless, absolutely mindless. But I didn't mind it so much. If I'm being honest with you, I didn't mind it so much. Another trailer that took my attention, I'm having a look at my list here, was Anora by Sean Baker. Now, I put this on my community page yesterday. I love that trailer. It is a fantastic trailer. Magnificent trailer. What were the last good films made by Scorsese and Spielberg? So yeah, I absolutely love the trailer. I think Sean Baker is a fantastic director, but I've only seen one of his films. I've only seen Red Rocket, so I don't really know if I could say that he's a fantastic filmmaker with full chest. But I can tell you this, I loved Red Rocket, and I've heard good things about the Florida Project, and I've heard good things about Tangerine. I think his done the film is. I think it's called Tangerine. Yeah. So, and this trailer looks fantastic. Gives me those kind of Good Time and Uncut Gem kind of vibes. I'm sure it's not going to be anything like that because he's not that kind of filmmaker, but it does give you this kind of anxiety about it. Like something effed up's gonna happen, because Red Rocket does not pull any punches. It is a film of brutality, absolute brutality. Gladiator 2, let the bodies hit the floor. Yeah, so I love Anora. Another trailer that I have not delved into, I saw the last trailer, which was Beetlejuice 2. Beetlejuice 2. I can't even believe I'm saying that. Beetlejuice 2. Why? Why is there a Beetlejuice 2? Why on earth is there it was, again, lightning in a bottle. That film was lightning in a bottle. It was 80s, it was quirky, had the music, had Winona Ryder, had all the elements. It had Tim Burton doing his thing. It's just, this lightning does not hit the bottle twice. It doesn't do that. I'm sorry. It doesn't do that. It doesn't hit the bottle twice. So I am not looking forward to that in the slightest. Alien Romulus. Now, I am not a huge Alien fan. I love One and Aliens, so Alien and Aliens, but I'm not a huge Aliens fan. So, yeah, I I wasn't really blown away by the first teaser, because I've seen the most recent Alien films and I wasn't particularly loving those. I think Flemings would be a good director. Thank you. So yeah, that didn't really take my attention. But what did take my attention was 2 trailers. Captain America 4. Is it 4? Captain America 4. Which the trailer looks terrible. But it took my attention, but the trailer was terrible. And Nosferatu. Nosferatu. I'm saying that wrong. Nosferatu. There you go. I got it right. Which I think should be good. I'm a bit worried. I don't think Robert Eggers should be tackling a classic film. I don't think he should be doing that. But what can I say? Like, if he wants to do it, you can do it. I thought the trailer was okay. Honestly speaking, I don't think it was amazing, but I thought it was okay. Wasn't a huge fan of his last film. Was a huge fan of The Lighthouse. So, and I haven't seen The Witch, so we'll see what happens with that. And then, yeah, I mean, Captain America 4. So it was interesting. It was very interesting. We saw the Red Hulk. We saw Harrison Ford definitely phoning it in. We saw, is it Captain Israel and Captain something else? I don't know anything about those characters at all, so I can't even speak on them. It didn't look good. It didn't look good. And it just makes you wonder why it's taken them 2 years. 2 years to make that film. I think there's been 4 reshoots, and that's the best they can come up with, that trailer. It's gonna be tricky to get that one over the line, Marvel. I think you're gonna have to pick the pieces up of your bank balance after releasing that one. Very excited for Nosferatu. Don't worry, Marcus, it's going to be great. I hope so. I do hope so. Like, again, I do like The Lighthouse, and I wasn't a huge fan of his Viking film. So I guess we'll find out. But I have faith. He's a good director. He's a very good director. From the wicked mind of Ridley Scott. The senile mind, according to you. Last Spielberg movie I liked was 2004 Terminal. To date, I have not enjoyed his recent fare. I think War of the Worlds came out after that, and it's not a great film, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed The Post. I enjoyed The Bridge of Spies. I've been a fan. I have been a fan. I think he's top 4, top 5 best director of all time. I think that's a thing that definitely is a thing. And I actually I enjoyed his films since then. I've avoided some of them. I've avoided What's the last one he did? The remake. I avoided that one. I avoided the one with the horse, the war horse, is it? I avoid some of them. I'm not gonna lie. Ready Player One was okay. It was okay. It was fun. I didn't get the ending. So he basically changed the whole world so that they have to play games on Tuesdays or whatever. It just felt like a very what's the word I'm looking for? Selfish. Very selfish ending for our protagonist. Okay, so guys, what trailers have you seen recently that you loved? Put it in the chat and we will discuss them. After that, we're going to talk about the best films of the year so far. So what is the best trailer you've seen recently? The one that I am really keen on watching is Anora, as I've said to you already. West Side Story, that's the one. West Side Story. Minority Report, that was 2003 or 4. I think it was the same year, so that was afterwards. Fableman was all right. Fableman's was all right, I guess. So guys, what recent trailers have you seen that have absolutely got you excited? Have you seen anything? Have you seen anything that's got you excited? Longlegs. Nicolas Cage film. I've not seen it. I don't get the thing with Nicolas Cage. So I think, and I've always thought he is a tremendous actor. I've never thought to myself he's not a good actor. He stars in some really bad films, and sometimes some directors give him the reign where he can just do stupid and absolutely indescribable things. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work. But I don't get this thing where every time he releases a film, it's like, oh, Nicolas Cage is releasing a film. I just don't care. It's just, then most of them are shit. But I've heard that this one's good. I saw Komako's film called Touch today. It's the past lives of 2024, but with better dialogue. Ooh, okay. All right, I'm about to jump on that. Thank you very much for the suggestion there. Quite nice. 2002 for that one. Okay. The bees. Marvel doesn't even have a script for Spider-Man 4. It's been 3 years. If Tom leaves, they are finished. I totally agree. That is every single Spider-Man property they release will make money. It would be a good idea for them to release a new Spider-Man film. It'd be a good idea of them to release an X-Men film, because that is what's going to save the MCU. If anything's going to save it, I don't think anything's going to save it, but if anything is going to save it, it's going to be an X-Men film. But they need to get it right, because if they get that wrong, that is really game over. Absolutely game over. Anyone seen any amazing trailers? Let me know. In the meantime, I'm going to bring up this little list I've got of the best films of the year. And to do so, I'm going to bring along a little friend of mine who you guys may recognize from past streams. And she's going to assist me. There she is. She's going to help us get to the conclusion of what the best film of 2024 is so far. Zendaya. Doesn't matter. Zendaya, doesn't matter. I say tomato, she says tomato. It doesn't matter. Best film. So Dune 2, Quiet Place, whatever it's called, the prequel. Furioso, which I didn't like. The Fall Guy, which I didn't like. Inside Out 2, which I've not seen. Kinds of Kindness, or Kinds of Kindness, I've not seen. Hitman, I have seen, and it's okay, but I wouldn't exactly say it's incredible. So, guys, what have you seen this year that you consider to be the best film of the year? I think White Noise just came up with a film that might actually be in with a shout. And Nora might be in there, but it's not released yet. But what's the best film you've seen so far this year? And it doesn't count if a film was released last year. Does that make sense? So if you saw Poor Things this year, that doesn't count. What films have you seen this year that have came out this year that you've enjoyed the most? Oh, dear. For me so far, I was thoroughly underwhelmed by Dune 2. It did not hit the mark at all for me, but I know many people are going to have it on their list, number one, top film of the year. I know it's going to happen. I saw the TV Glow. Okay, I've heard good things about that. Best movie of the year includes Sound of Hope and Unsung Hero. I don't know anything about that. Let me have a little Google of that. Sound of Hope. What is that? The Sound of Hope. The Story of Possum Trot. And it's got Elizabeth Mitchell. Okay. And the other one was Unsung Hero, which I've heard about. I think it's on Amazon, isn't it? Joel Smallburn. Who are these people? These are very obscure films, aren't they? Very obscure. How often do you think Zendaya will wear that robot? Every time she gets into bed with Tom Holland. Maybe. Just a rumor. I don't want to start any vicious cycles of rumors, but maybe he likes that. I don't know. The Bike Riders was decent. I have to say, honestly speaking, The Bike Riders so far might be the best film of the year that I've seen. And that's not good, because I think it's a good film, but I don't think it's like, wow. If I watched it on Netflix and it passed 2 hours time, I'd be like, okay, that was a decent film. At the cinema, which is where I saw it, I was like, that's okay, it's good. So if that's the best film of the year so far, we have got a small little problem here, haven't we? It's called a lack of quality films. Now, I saw Furiosa, which is meant to be one of the best films of the year. I was underwhelmed yet again. Maybe it's me, guys. I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just so fussy. Maybe me seeing a great film like, I don't know, Godfather Part 2, and then comparing every single film to Godfather Part 2. Maybe that's my fault. I don't know. Maybe I just thought people had standards. I thought they wanted to reach higher heights in this world. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being a little bit too optimistic in life. Maybe I should lower my standards a bit and watch shit like The Fall Guy and be like, that's an amazing film. It's a fucking awful film. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. I can't believe it's got 7.0 on IMDb. I barely get through it. It's so bad. Or maybe I should watch The Quiet Place, the prequel, because, I saw Quiet Place 1 and Quiet Place 2, and why not watch the prequel when everyone is also quiet? Don't you think maybe that little thing should end? Just thinking, just putting it out there. Maybe that should end. Maybe that gimmick doesn't work 6 years later. Just a little thought. I don't know. Putting it out there. Shoot a little 2. Did that come out this year? I don't think so. But you're probably talking about another year. You guys are probably talking about something else. Saw Maxine film lives up to the cool 80s vibe, but the final is kind of mid. I have not explored the works of this director just yet. So I have made it my mission to watch Pearl. So I've got a choice tomorrow between Pearl and the new Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes film tomorrow. So I'm going to choose between those two. Anyone want to give me any recommendation? Should I take Pearl or should I take Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes? I have a choice. If you guys can help me get there, I think I have to watch Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes because I paid for it. And they give you a certain amount of time before. I think you can pay for it and not start watching it. So I might be able to get away with it. But yeah, if you guys can let me know which one you think I should watch first, and then I'll give you a little mini review after that. So I actually think it's been a pretty poor year for film so far. I think in terms of the box office and everything, it's been less than good. And in terms of the quality of the films, I think it's been dreadful. But guys, you tell me. What's your thoughts? I'm looking forward to Deadpool. I'm going to be watching that this Thursday. I'll hit you guys up with a little review of that. So that should be good. I think that's going to be fun. If anything, I can at least guarantee it's going to be fun. And then what else is coming out? I think I'm going to look forward to Wolves with George Clooney, Brad Pitt. That should be good. And without talking too much again about Anora, I think that's the most anticipated film that I've wanted in maybe like 18 months. And just basing that purely on the trailer, nothing else. Such a good trailer. Such a good film. Well, maybe. Any other takers? Any other takers? Best film of the year that you've seen so far? Let me know in the comments. If you're just watching, you're having a little think, if you're thinking to yourself, should I comment? You probably should. You probably should. I watched a Korean horror called Exuma. It's just okay. So I'm getting your guys, I'm getting your feedback here, and you're just thinking, you're thinking all these films are just mid, basically. I think Jay thought a couple of films were tremendous, and everyone else just thinks all the films are mid, and that's worrying because we're now into basically August, which leaves 4 years left of the year, and it's going to be very difficult to turn things around. Really, really difficult. Blue Angels documentary. Okay, all right, that's an option, I guess. That's an option. Jay, I'm loving these choices, by the way. Loving these choices. Cabrini historical biography. Okay. Kinds of Kindness was off the charts, weird but good. Some real shocking moments in that film. Maybe my second favorite of the year. So, White Noise, are you saying that your first favorite is the film that you said was really good, and this is your second? Is that what you're saying? Let me know. Let me know. So, guys, if you've just joined the chat, I want two things from you. First thing I want from you is to hit the like button, please. If you've not subscribed before, please do subscribe. If you've just seen my videos today or been binging or whatever, and you're like, do I like this person? You do. So hit the subscribe button. And then on top of that, what was your favorite film of this year? What have you enjoyed most this year? We're nearly 8 months into the year, and I feel like it's been a little bit underwhelming. Well, I say a little bit. I think I'm being a bit diplomatic. I think it's been a piece of shit. Film-wise, been absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. Hello, Bootle Bad Boy. Good to have you in the house. In the house. The Bike Riders was the best. Yeah, same here, but I didn't think it was tremendous. I thought it was good. Touch 1, Kinds of Kindness 2. Okay. I need to see this Touch film. I need to see it. I've not seen Kinds of Kindness either. I need to see that as well. You know what it is? Okay, I'm going to be honest. I just don't have faith. And you know this. I mean, my videos are called Cinema is Dying. So you know that I haven't got the faith. So I struggle going to the cinema and watching a film. Now I'm going to go to the cinema and watch Deadpool. I saw The Bike Riders at the cinema. So I haven't completely given up, but I might see a Nora at the cinema, or I might wait. I'm going to decide. But I don't want to go and watch Quiet Place day one. That's not for me. I don't want to spend money, like 20 quid, 30 pounds, going to watch bloody Quiet Place Part 1. Has anyone seen that? Has anyone seen Quiet Place Part 1? Furiosa was a huge disappointment. Dune 2 was a huge disappointment. I paid for Fall Guy. Even though I watched it at home, I paid for it, obviously. I don't pirate things. I'm a good boy. And it was just so underwhelming. My God, it was underwhelming. So poor. Have you seen Twisters? I thought it was pretty good for what it was. Glenn Powell has won me over. I'm a huge fan of Glenn Powell. I think he's pretty good. I've not seen it, and I probably won't see it at the cinema either. I have seen The Promised Land. The Promised Land, guys, is effing tremendous. The best film I've seen this year, but it's not a film from this year. I think it's from last year or the year before. And it's a Danish film, Mads Mikkelsen. Very good film. Very, very good film. If you've not seen it, get onto that. Get onto that. I saw Quiet Place day one. It's just okay. Mid, another mid film. Mid. Mid films. All of them are mid. Mid. And no, to me, mid means crap, because I can't leave a cinema or watch a film and then be like, well, that was okay. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. When you watch a film, either it moves you, or it makes you angry, or it makes you feel like you hate it, or it makes you feel like you want to have a conversation with someone about it. If you leave the cinema and you're like, oh, that was all right, and then you just have your food, then the film's not very good. That's my personal opinion. I don't know what you guys think about that, but honestly, if the film doesn't move you in some way, if it doesn't make you angry, sad, confused, think, why the hell did I spend my money? Think to yourself, why didn't I spend more money? Because that film's amazing. If you don't feel that way about a film afterwards, it's terrible. Like, there's nothing worse than a film that's just mid. Just, you're like, oh, that was all right. Okay, cool. What's next? That to me is a definition of just bad film, terrible film. Right. I think I'm going to move on to Armie Hammer. I'm going to move on to my boy Armie Hammer. Because, well, firstly, this stream was 1 hour late, so I'm kind of doing a bit of catch up now. But also, I mean, so guys, I love talking about film. I really do love talking about film, and I make video essays and make films myself, and I write films and film. But every now and again, I just like having conversations, and I want to try and get the channel into a place where we can have conversations that don't always relate to film. Just, maybe there's an actor involved, maybe there's a film involved, but why can't we transition into conversations about things that are away from film sometimes? And this, to me, touches on that a little bit. Obviously, he was a Hollywood actor, so it doesn't quite take us away from films. We're still talking about films, but I want to talk about the cancellation of individuals. And and we've spoken about this before, but I want to talk about it more depth, because watching this interview with Piers Morgan just kind of made me think, what is going on? Honestly, what is going on? Like, I get it. Like, the people came out, women came out and said that he had done things to them and it wasn't consensual and so forth and so forth. And that has now been proven to be untrue. All the charges have been dropped. It was absolutely fabricated per the law. I don't know anything. I don't know about the inner workings of these situations, but I do know by the law, he is not going to face any criminal charges because he didn't do anything wrong, according to him. He seemed very genuine, very sincere. Now, I know he's an actor, so he could be acting, yeah, but he also seems like he's broken. Like, he seems like he's been broken and fixed himself again. Like, if that makes sense. It feels like he was in a place where he was very arrogant, spending loads of money, thought he couldn't be broken, and then he got cancelled, and then he built himself up, and now he feels like he's a very humble, and he just doesn't care really about Hollywood that much. I'm sure he wants to get back into it if he's given the chance, but he didn't seem to care about it that much. And I don't think it's right that someone should be cancelled before any evidence has even been presented. Like, that just seems so unfair. And especially in this instance here, where these people allegedly, and I want to say allegedly because I don't want to get myself into trouble, these people consented to everything. And then when he left them dry, then they decided they were going to collectively, maybe not collectively, but individually, collectively, get him back by making allegations. And again, they are allegations. So I just want to just temper that. But what do you guys think? Do you think that people should be cancelled? Do you think Armie Hammer should be given a chance to redeem himself? Everyone loves a redemption story. And if he hasn't done anything wrong, what's wrong with putting him in a film? What's wrong with that? I don't think there's anything wrong with that, personally. I've been chatting up to the speed, live stream on 2 speed. Hey Kenny, how you doing? Yeah, this is a good topic with Armie Hammer. Saw a podcast interview where he seemed very apologetic and real. Yeah, so I saw that as well. I saw it was with the comedian. Oh, someone help me out here. I forgot the name of the comedian, but is it Bill something? But yeah, he seemed even more down to earth, and just I didn't know him beforehand. I didn't see any interviews with him beforehand, but he seems now like a changed person. Does that make sense? I didn't know him beforehand. I didn't see any interviews with him beforehand, but he seems like a changed person now. Now, of course, any event like that's going to change anyone. So, it's a bit of a redundant statement, the fact that he's a changed person. But if someone's humbled themselves, he has come out and said that he was wrong to do those things, like cheating on his wife is not cool. But I don't think he's done anything wrong. Well, by the way of the law, he hasn't done anything wrong. So why should people be cancelled? Should they be cancelled anyway? If he had done the things that he had been accused of doing, should he be cancelled? Should he not be cancelled? I would love for you guys to give me some opinions on that. Most people get cancelled before there is any evidence to review. That's the problem. That's the major problem. Armie was going through a very difficult time in his life, and it just manifested into him saying and doing weird stuff. I totally forgive him. I do too. I mean, it's hard. It's easy for me to sit here and say I forgive him because I'm not I'm not in the opposition party who were making allegations against him. So the way they feel, I can't relate to that. So it's very easy for me to say that. But if these allegations are not true, that's disgusting. That conversely is disgusting. Surely, and obviously, like Kenny said, people now get cancelled without even saying anything. Without even there being any evidence. So that obviously that's not correct. But should anyone be cancelled at all? Like, obviously, we've spoken about this before. People like Kevin Spacey, who also seems to be very innocent. And, well, we can talk about R. Kelly, but that's, he's sitting in jail right now. So maybe he should be cancelled. But, yeah, do you guys think that people should be cancelled? Do you think Armie Hammer deserves a second chance? What are you guys thinking? Hollywood kicks out actors and actresses all the time, humiliates them, does the cancel culture thing, kind of routine since forever. Robert Downey Jr. comes to mind. That is true. That is very true. That's a very good point. I think in Robert Downey Jr.'s case, he was a alcohol, drug addicted person who unfortunately was causing issues on set, causing issues off set, was going to jail regularly. It looked like he wasn't going to make it at one point. So I can understand the Robert Downey Jr. one a bit more. Like, if he's coming onto set and he's drunk and he's a liability and they can't insure him, I understand that one. He wasn't really cancelled. He just kind of cancelled himself. He kept getting put in jail. So it made it tricky to hire him. Armie, it tastes like... People try to cancel everyone every day. Eminem is the perfect example of that. What do you mean by that, Sagnet? Do you mean he tries to cancel other people, or they try to cancel him? Let me know. If I was producing a small budget film, I would cast him in a heartbeat. He's a great talent. So here's the thing. When I was... Kevin Spacey was definitely not innocent. Okay, we'll come back to that in a minute, Muna. When I was casting for a film, maybe 3-4 years ago, I actually had Kevin Spacey's email address. And obviously he was cancelled then. And I had it there, and I was going to email him, and I had it then. I think it's still there in my drafts. I was going to email him and say, do you want to be in my film? And I never had the balls to do it. The reason being, I don't think it's a good idea to, well, if you're a small-time producer making an independent film, casting someone like Kevin Spacey right now, or Armie Hammer right now, it's going to get you the press, but maybe not the press you want. And people are still going to hate him. They're still going to hate Kevin Spacey. They're still going to hate Louis C.K. And I'm not sure if you can withstand that as a small-time producer. I'm not sure if, as a small-time producer, you're going to be able to handle the criticism that comes your way. And they say all publicity is good publicity, but it's not, is it? Because you can see right now, Armie Hammer's cancelled due to bad publicity. So I don't, especially as a small-time producer, your name will be tarred forever with association with that person, especially if, for example, in a year's time, someone comes out and says, I've got evidence that this person did do this thing. Then your film's fucked, and you're fucked as well. So it's a bit of a tricky one as a small-time producer. So just imagine as a massive Hollywood producer, you were to put an actor who's being cancelled in your film, and someone came out and made another allegation and had proof, then it's a bit of a risky strategy. And I understand it, because you get an actor for cheap. You get an actor for dirt cheap. They'll be in your film. I can get Kevin Spacey, no problem. I think I can. But I don't think I would take a chance. I don't think I would. Hollywood loves a comeback story. If people have committed terrible acts, then there is solid evidence, then they should be cancelled. But before that, no. Totally agree. Totally agree. The issue we've got now is with social media, you can make an allegation against anyone. Anyone. Doesn't have to be famous. It could be your next door neighbor. You can put it on Instagram. You can put it on Twitter. You can put it on Facebook. I don't know who uses Facebook anymore, but if you put it on Facebook, you can put it on Facebook. And that person's now fighting for their lives. They're now like, oh my God, I didn't do this thing. I didn't do this thing. I didn't do this thing. I promise I didn't do this thing. And that's the problem we've got right now, is that the allegation is as bad as the crime. That is wild, that the allegation is as bad as the crime. In fact, the allegation is the killer blow now. It's just the absolute killer blow. Normally basement dwellers try to cancel Eminem every day. Still, I mean, yeah. The thing is, and I think who said this? I think Dave Chappelle said this. He says you can't be cancelled if you don't want to be cancelled, and I kind of agree. Eminem can't be cancelled because he doesn't give a fuck. Dave Chappelle can't be cancelled because he doesn't give a fuck. So I think if someone tries to cancel you and you're still present, you're not really cancelled. It's a bit different when you're an actor, when you rely on a studio to book you for a shoot. That's when the issue becomes an issue, because obviously Dave Chappelle, his audience is his audience. He can do a show right now and attract an audience. He can release a Netflix special, or he can release something on YouTube and people will watch it, like Louis C.K. That's how he's made a comeback. He's done it himself. So it's a bit different when you're Armie Hammer and your career has been blighted by allegations that are not potentially true. Again, not potentially true, but legally seems to be very untrue. What a sleazy move that would have been. Well, that's why I didn't do it. It was like one of those moments where you had you had an angel and you had a demon on your shoulder and you're like, oh, whatever. And you're like, shall I do it? Shall I not? Shall I do it? Shall I not? And I didn't do it. So I guess I'm a good person. Cancellation is like a sport for these cancel pigs who love to ruin other people's lives. You succinctly put it into one sentence. It seems to be like a sport, and I'm not really sure what the benefit is to the person who does it, honestly speaking. And it's a real shame, because in the interview, he was saying that would have been his best year of his career. He signed on to do like 3 or 4 films. They were huge films. He was also signed on to do the TV show The Offer, which is about the Godfather. And that was a really good show, and it would have been a bit of a game changer for him, so forth. So I think he would have played Al Ruddy, which was eventually played by the kid from Whiplash, whose name I can't remember. But yeah, it would have been a great year for him. And instead of having a great year, he had the worst year of his life. Now, he actually says it was a good thing because he was going down the wrong path and he probably would be dead. That's what he says. He said that, not me. So I guess it worked out in his favor in a way. It's a strange one. It's a real strange one. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. But guys, what do you think? Do you think people should be cancelled? Do you think they should even be cancelled if they do something bad? I think it was you, Kenny, who said that even if they get found out that they did do something bad, they should be cancelled. But do you think that should be a thing? Do you think that, for example, if I don't know, I was driving drunk and I drive my car into someone's house. No one got hurt, but I drive my car into someone's house. Do you think I should be cancelled? Do you think I should be cancelled for that? What else is there? If I got into a fight in a bar, protecting my friend, and I knocked out the person, do you think I should be cancelled for that? So I guess my question is, at what point does a person get cancelled? If you are a kleptomaniac like Winona Ryder, well, she isn't anymore, but she was. Do you think Winona Ryder should have been cancelled? I think she kind of was for a while. Maybe she just took herself out of the industry. What degree are we talking about where someone should get cancelled? Would you cast Armie in a film? Ooh. That's a good one, Sagnick, and it's also a good one, White Noise. White Noise. I'm going to star this one and come back to that. It's a good one. Sagnick, I don't think so. I don't think if you do any drug, you should be cancelled. And I don't do drugs myself. I think anyone who does drugs is a bit of an idiot, but it's got nothing to do with me. If someone's an alcoholic, should they be cancelled? No, because that's their own body. If they want to be an alcoholic, it's up to them. I don't condone it, but I don't think they should be cancelled for that, personally. You shouldn't do drugs, Sagnick. Do you? Yeah, I'm a bit worried about Sagnick now, actually. You're right, Sagnick. Are you doing cocaine on my stream? That would be catastrophic. You should only be cancelled if you cause harm to others. Okay, so Paul, this is a really bad example. I'm going to take things to the extreme, but here's an example, Paul. And I want you to tell me what you would do in this situation. And I want you to tell me what you would do if someone did this in this situation. So, Paul, you're now Hollywood's #1 actor. Paul Smith, Hollywood's #1 actor. He's doing interviews. He's doing perfume brands. He's been signing scripts. He's working with Tarantino and Paul Thomas Anderson and Scorsese. Paul Smith is now the biggest actor in the world. Paul Smith comes home and he finds his partner is cheating. No, he doesn't actually. He finds his partner is being abused. Now, this might get a bit dark. He then proceeds to eliminate this perpetrator. Should Paul Smith now be cancelled? What are your thoughts? What's your thoughts there? I wish. Should Paul Smith now be cancelled? He's now eliminated the perpetrator, the purveyor, the pest of his partners in an act of rage. Should Paul be cancelled? What do you guys think? I believe he should be cancelled, or should not be cancelled for doing minor things. So, Kenny, what do you think? Do you think Paul Smith should now be cancelled because he's come home, his partner's been abused, and he's decided to take the law into his own hands and issue an elimination, a deletion of an individual? What do you think should happen? Should this person be allowed to be in a film again? What do you guys think? My point is, if you do illegal things, you should know the consequences and punishment. That's all. Just acting like you're not on drugs. Just clarifying that. Nope. So, Kenny, you think he shouldn't be cancelled for eliminating a perpetrator? It's a tricky one for me because it's still murder. Just saying, still murder. So, you know, I'm sorry, guys. This has got nothing to do with film, has it? It's got absolutely nothing to do with film. I mean, it kind of does, but it also doesn't. But you guys are intelligent, so I'm sure you can back and forth for a bit, and then we can talk about films before I jump off the stream. I should be in prison. Never mind. Oh God. Oh gosh, that is so true. I don't think he would go to prison though. Actually, Paul, I don't think he would go to prison for that. I think you'd probably get away with it. Hypotheticals. It is very I'm sorry, Jay. It's so hypotheticals. I'm so sorry. You're probably going to prison. Guys, come on. What are you doing here? What are you doing? You're ruining this and that. It's not even an analogy. You're ruining this scenario. Come on. He's not going to go to prison because, the law allows him to not go to prison. He came home. His partner's being abused. His partner's not cheating, by the way. His partner's being abused. So he's defending his partner. So it's fine. It's self-defense. Well, it's not self-defense. He's doing the Lord's work. So he's not going to go to jail. Don't worry about that. I think he shouldn't be cancelled for... yeah. I've not seen Magic Mike 2 or 3. I've seen 1. 1's pretty good. But there are some things you should be cancelled for, like for writing The Acolyte, for example. It's directed by Soderbergh, so it's fine. I totally agree. Is number 3 directed by Soderbergh? I don't think it is. Maybe it is. I don't know. I might have to... People will judge them for... Yeah, Kenny, I think you summed it up perfectly there. I think that's the best answer so far. I think... I don't think Paul would be cancelled because I don't think people would see that as a cancellation. So yeah, I guess Kenny, you kind of summed it up. I think you get cancelled if the public think you should be cancelled, and you allow yourself to be cancelled if you're in a position where you have to rely on other people's vote in that sense. So yeah, my thoughts on Armie Hammer is he should be allowed back in Hollywood. He's done his time. He's now working for his mate. He became an estate agent in the Cayman Islands for a bit, and he's now in a position where he's not making any money. He's broke as a joke. He seems to be fine with that. He thinks it's actually a good thing. But I don't know. I mean, I think he should definitely be let back in the in the halls of Hollywood if he wants to be. Unfortunately, you're right. He would get away with it because of the power dynamic. Yeah. I might eat steak today or Chinese. Which should I go? So, guys, let's talk about film again, I guess. Let's jump back onto film. I've seen all Magic Mike 3 movies, and they're better than any of the Star Wars trilogies. But that's my hot take. Wow, really? Better than any of the Star Wars trilogies? Really? Better than A New Hope and Return of the Jedi and Empire Strikes Back? No. Not even Magic Mike 1, which I like, is better than any of those 3 films, in my humble opinion. Yeah, I think Jay should definitely do some noodles. Yeah, get some Chinese. Totally. Yeah, so guys, if you've got any last comments, this has been an awful stream. It's my fault because I basically, if you just jumped in now, I've started the stream like 7 times and I cancelled them each time because I thought my X account could link to the stream as it had been doing pre-today. But Elon Musk now charges for you to connect your stream to X. So I only found that out after cancelling 7 streams. So it's been my fault, but hey, that's life. You learn and you live, as they say. I think we are going to end it there. What about Jonathan Majors? That's a good one. We are going to end it here, but I'm going to answer that in a minute. I'm definitely going to answer that in a minute. Hello, Captain Astro, by the way. What about Jonathan Majors? Should he be... So Jonathan Majors didn't do jack shit wrong. Well, I guess he did because the law said that he did do something wrong. But honestly, I mean, I don't want to go into it too much because there's a legal case, and the legal case says that he did something wrong. But just based on the footage, it seems like he was running away from her. He was running away from her. Now, I don't know about the stuff that happened prior to that incident, like the stuff before that, in terms of the days and weeks and months and years before that. But that incident, he was running away from her. So he didn't get cancelled. And he still got cancelled. But I don't think he should be cancelled. I don't think he will be cancelled for much longer. I think he'll come back. Glenn Powell should CGI and replace Kang for the MCU. I'd rather watch The Acolyte 1,000 times than watch Channing Tatum in anything. Wow. Brutal bad boy. That is some fire. That is some absolute fire. Are you sure about that? The Acolyte 1,000 times rather than watch Channing Tatum. He's in a Tarantino film. Wouldn't you not want to watch that one film 1,000 times rather than watch The Acolyte 1,000 times? Did Woody Allen do something wrong? Did Roman Polanski do something wrong? Woody Allen, I don't know. Roman Polanski, I do know because he's admitted to it and he's ran away various times. So yes, and he should 100% be cancelled. Roman Polanski, 100%. The case wasn't cast iron proof. The evidence wasn't cast iron proof, sorry. I fully support Armie Hammer being cast in the next Marcus Simmons film. I think you guys are trying to get me cancelled. Glenn, Glenn's wonderful. Glenn is wonderful. He's really good. Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said, Captain Astro. What about the Hateful Eight? What about the Hateful Eight? Yeah, and Muna, yeah, they're both making movies still. Woody Allen, less so, because he's quite old now. Roman Polanski, scandalous. Absolutely scandalous. I can't believe. Scandalous. Cannot believe that he's making movies, but hey, should be in jail. Oh, Paul Smith. Okay, you wanna put your neck on the line. The Acolyte wasn't that bad. You want to put your neck on the line. Oh my God. Wow. Anyone else agree with that? Because I'm not saying that myself, obviously, but wow. Okay, Paul, what's so good about it? What's so good about The Acolyte? Talk to me, my friend. Talk to me. Shogun, I think I spoke about this when the series was out, is the best thing I've seen, film, TV wise, for a couple of years. And I'm so glad that it's been recognized at the Emmys. It's wonderful. Has anyone seen The Bear season 3? I'm scared to delve into it. I've not heard good things, but I think season 3's had what, 35? Is it Emmy nominations? Am I saying is it Emmys? Yeah, but the Shogun was fantastic. Shogun was absolutely fantastic. Oh, okay, we have an agreeer here. Sagnik, you also think The Acolyte wasn't that bad? Guys, talk to me. What are you talking about? Because I've heard some dreadful things about The Acolyte. I've only seen clips, but the action scenes were quite... Oh, you've only seen clips. Well, that doesn't count, does it, Paul? I've only seen clips as well, and it looks absolutely awful. It's like a... I don't even want to go into it. I was saying to myself, I'm not going to talk about The Acolyte on this stream. But yeah, Kenny, he must be trolling. He must be trolling. He must be. And so Sagnik as well. 6.5 for The Acolyte. Okay, so here's the thing. I've not seen it. Since we're doing this, I've not seen it. I'm not going to see it. The clips look absolutely terrible. Terrible. I mean, the storyline is... I put this question on my stream on the community page a few days ago. I said, would the series be any different if it wasn't twins? Would it be any different? And some people said no. Some people said yes. It was kind of 50-50. Based on what I've seen, because I've basically watched reviews of each single episode just to have a laugh. Based on what I've seen, the reason I asked that question is because I don't think it'd be any different if it was just one character as opposed to two. I don't think it would be any different at all. And that to me suggests there's a huge issue in the screenwriting. That is bad screenwriting. House of Dragons is less than a 6, Sagnik. House of Dragons is like a 4 right now. It's so boring. I fell asleep. I watched episode 5 today. It's so boring. It's so boring. My God. Star Wars has been creatively bankrupt since 1997. What do you mean by that, Moon? Because I think Phantom Menace came out in 1999. Talk to me. What do you mean? Acolyte sounds like the greatest money laundering screen. 150 million, 180 million, was it? Kenny, your problem with Acolyte is this diverse cast. Oh, okay. You guys are going at it, are you? Okay. So the beer is delicious TV. Love the word. I love that word, delicious. I use it all the time. Okay, so my issue with... I've not seen The Acolyte, so it's very unfair of me to judge it based on just what people have said about it, because obviously they're going to take the piss out of it because they get loads of monetization and streams and blah, blah, blah if they talk about it in a negative way. But just kind of taking myself out of the situation, looking at it objectively, looking at the storyline, which kind of breaks the law, it doesn't look good. It's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good, honestly. Marcus, would you ever consider writing and directing a horror film? So my problem with that, White Noise, is that I don't really like horror films. I'm not scared by them at all. I know it sounds like I'm putting a bit of bravado on here, but I honestly, they don't. I just find them hilarious. So I would struggle to write a horror film based on that. So I probably wouldn't, if I'm being honest with you. Having said that, I have started to write the synopsis of a horror film. So maybe there will be a horror film. Wookiees are definitely the blueprint for John. The Beer Season 2 over The Beer Season 3. I will go one step further and say Beer Season 1 over any of those two series. I think Season 2, halfway through, it gets good. But before that was a snore fest. Absolute snore fest. Snooze fest. Acolyte is the worst Star Wars ever created. It's an abomination. Thank you, David. I mean, again, I don't care either way. I'm just so over Star Wars. I'm just apathetic towards it. And I said on the last stream, I hope they break the law. I hope they absolutely destroy just destroy it. Just destroy it. Break it. What genres do you not want to touch, Marcus? I don't want to touch a period drama. I never want to ever go anywhere near a period drama. I don't mind doing a horror film, but a period drama, not interested in the slightest. And when I say period drama, I mean actually like Bridgerton or something. Not interested in the slightest. What's your favorite genre to explore in filmmaking? Good questions, guys. These are very good questions. I'm liking these questions. In fact, let me just do something now. So first of all, I just want to also say, guys, I am going to be jumping off in a bit, but I just want to say thank you so much for being subscribing to the channel. I appreciate it. I love it. We've got 16,000 subscribers, which is beautiful. And yeah, I appreciate you guys being here tonight. I appreciate you guys watching the videos and commenting and liking and being here for the stream and so forth. Much love to you guys. My favorite genre to explore in filmmaking is, I love me a 90s heist movie type films. I love those films. So that's my favorite to write, but I also love, you know, a good old rom-com. I love me some drama. I love me some sci-fi. I've written a few sci-fi stuff that I would love to make. Just need the budget to do sci-fi, whereas you can get away with doing drama on a low budget. So I don't mind dabbling in everything, like war movies, everything. But period dramas, not so much. Marcus, what do you think about the 2016's The Wailing? The Wailing is a horror film. It's a strange horror film. Like most Korean horror films, they're not really horror films. They're more kind of allegories for something else. And that film is an allegory for the for immigration, basically. And it's a damn good film. It's a damn good film with a very interesting protagonist. Magnificent film. If you guys have not seen The Wailing, watch The Wailing. Brilliant film. There's a few Korean films from like the 2010s to 2000 and I'd say up until Parasite, and maybe even like beyond Parasite, that are just absolutely tremendous. Tremendous. You could make Hannibal Lecter movie and cast Armie. Oh God. Oh dear. In your horror film, I hope it has a surprise ending where it's revealed that it was all a dream. It was all a dream. It was all a dream. I think the greatest compliment by Disney lately is getting people to buy Disney Plus. Oh dear. You guys are funny. The Beer Bills season upon season episodes rely on previous world building. Season 3, episode 1 was abstract, but could be because of the built world. Marcus is a Schulkmeister. Just locked in and see a Manfler again. If you weren't here for the stream where I declared my love for a Manfler, yeah, you just coincidentally saw a Manfler because I didn't have a Manfler up before. I was just talking about the Acolyte for a bit, so I got a Manfler up, and she's been helping me. They've been helping me talk about the show. Combine a heist film that has becomes a sci-fi horror. What do we steal? Isn't there a film like that already? Isn't there not the Zack Snyder movie, which is the same thing, which is like that German character had his own story or backstory or whatever. I don't know. Don't care. Didn't see it. So I think there's something like that already, actually. Thank you, White Noise. Big love. I will, guys, I apologize. I've not been on, and you know that, and also, you know, with X being a bit effed, it makes for bad viewing, in my opinion, because I really want X to be on. Damn it. But anyway, but yeah, honestly, I will try and jump onto some more streams in the coming days, weeks, so forth. I apologize. I've just given myself a break, giving myself a little break, you know, why not? Why not? I might be on Tuesday. We'll see. We'll see. I agree. White Noise, brilliant film. Wailing is top tier. Burning is, I don't know if the Burning's better than Parasite, But The Burning is a wonderful film. I will say that. There's a film, guys. Listen, this is my recommendation. If you take one thing from me today, take this recommendation. There's a Korean film called Poetry. It's by the same director who directed Burning. It's called Poetry. Is it the same director? Oh, let me Google this. It might not be the same director. There are two films. One film's called Peppermint Candy, and the other film is called Poetry. Let me see. Lee Chang-dong. Yes, Peppermint Candy, same director. Peppermint Candy, which is a 1999 film, which is absolutely mind-blowing. I'm still thinking about that film now. Mind-blowing film. If you've not seen, has anyone seen Peppermint Candy? Let me know. Wow. Why can't they make films like that anymore? What's going on? It's only like 1999. I guess 1999 was a really good year for film, but still. And then Poetry, which came out in 2010. Has anyone seen that? Another incredible film. Absolutely. Oh, here we go. Sagnick. I watched Poetry. It's cinema. Yes. Just wow. Just thinking about that film now is just wow. That is better than Parasite. Peppermint Candy is better than Parasite. I don't think Burning's better than Parasite, but Burning is also an incredible film. Agreed with you on that one. But the Criterion of Memories of Murder, so I'll finally be seeing that soon. Captain Astro, you've made an amazing choice, my friend. You're not going to regret that choice. It's, in my opinion, the best Korean movie ever made, and it's not even close. Not even close. Wow. I don't buy DVDs anymore. I know Jay's got a massive collection of DVDs in his house. I don't buy physical media anymore. I think over here somewhere I've got my friend's copy of the Ocean's film, but that's it. I don't have any other physical media. I don't see the need of. I know one day they could just delete all the media off all the streaming services. I don't care. All the films are up here. I don't need the physical media to know these films. Like the way I just spoke about The Burning and Poetry and Peppermint, these films are like ingrained into my head. If a film's good enough, it will be ingrained into your head. You have to keep watching it over and over again. That's how I work anyway. So everyone's different. Yeah, check it out. White Noise, check out Poetry, they're both incredible films. Peppermint Candy is just incredible, and Poetry is not far behind. There's also a film by Bong Joon-ho, which is called Mother, which I'm sure you guys have probably seen. Mother. I'm sure you've checked out his backlog of work. Mother's a really good film. It's not as good as Memories of a Murder, but it's a tremendous film. And then, of course, you've probably seen Snowpiercer, which is not a Korean film, but it's an American film. But yeah. And talking about, what's it called? The Wailing. There's another film. It's another Korean film, which is just incredible. Let me find the name. The Wailing. Can't remember the name of it. Right. So let me go into the director, and he made a film called The Chaser. That's it. The Chaser. Has anyone seen The Chaser? What a film. I've not seen Mother. I saw part or half of Memories of a Murder. Jay, come on. You can't have seen all those films and not seen that. Come on. I bought the Criterion because I couldn't find it anywhere available to play. So it's on Amazon. You can watch it on Amazon. You just need to pay for it. I think it's like $2.99 in terms of dollars, and you can watch it. So, but hey, you got the Criterion collection. So you can also, I think I still subscribe to the Criterion collection. They do a streaming service. You can watch, I'm not sure if you can watch it on there, but you probably can if you've bought the DVD. I don't know how it works, but they're pretty good, actually. The Criterion collection. 50. Lahan, my favorite. Chaser. Yes, Chaser is an incredible film. If you guys have not seen that. Also, just to add to that, same director, there is a film called The Yellow Sea, which is also a fantastic film. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I bought Memories of Murder because the Cell, White Noise, also got Cure. I've not seen. Is that Abel Ferrara, The Cure? You guys can let me know what that is. Same time, Marcus, I wrote the... yeah, Lahan is... I don't know if you guys can see right over here. Can you see that? You've got Fight Club and you've got Lahan right there. Incredible film. Absolutely incredible film. Incredible. And then I'm going to give you guys one last recommendation before I leave. What film should I give you? Sagnet Yellow Sea is just brilliant. Just brilliant. Just so damn good. Right. The last recommendation I'm going to give you guys is I think I want to get this right. The Handmaiden by Park Chan-wook. The Handmaiden. Amazing film. Absolutely amazing film. Tremendous film. If you've not seen The Handmaiden, get on it. If you're a fan of scenes of a sexual nature, then get on it. No, you know what? Captain Astro, I've got that wrong so many times on the stream. I always say the film by Abel Ferrara. And everyone goes, no, it's the Japanese film, you bloody idiot. And I keep doing that over and over again. So thank you for that. Muna, I probably am butchering these names. Muna, I would love for you to... Where are you from, Muna? Are you Korean, or do you just have a great knowledge of how to pronounce Korean names? But yeah, I am definitely butchering these names. Park Chan-wook. And I'm still butchering it, but I'm not Korean, so that's my excuse. In 2011, India made a remake of The Chase. Did they? Segnik, have you seen the remake of The Prestige with Hrithik Roshan? Let me know, Segnik, because that is a pretty badass film. Let me know about that. Park Chan, because he is an absolute visionary. Totally agree. In a Violent Nature was fun. Different one, like slasher. In a Violent Nature. Love this. In a Violent Nature. Canadian slasher film. Oh, Lord. Oh, God. Look at this. Look at this picture here. It's very violent. Oh, my God. Oh, bloody hell. I'm not expecting that at all. Yeah, so Sagnet, have you seen the Indian remake of The Prestige? Let me know. Right. And then after that, guys, I'm going to call it a day. But you guys have been absolutely tremendous. If you hit the like button, that would be even more tremendous. Hrithik Roshan or Amir Khan. It's called Doom 3. No, it's not called that. It is definitely Hrithik Roshan. And I'm going to type in The Prestige and see if I can come up with what it's called. Oh, is it? I swear it is. But anyway, I'll find it and let you guys know. Right. Guys, I will be back on, hopefully in a few days, hopefully on Tuesday. I know there's a Discord, so do jump into the Discord if you need to. I think the link is somewhere on the channel. It's on the community page. I'll put it back in the community page today. I apologize that I started the stream 7 times and cancelled it 7 times. I was having a moment, and it's all Elon Musk's fault. You guys, as always, are absolutely fantastic. In fact, Captain Astro, I will put it. So Jay, if you put it, there you go. Lovely. Is that the stream or is that you? Okay. So Jay, everyone go over to Jay's channel, check out his review, subscribe to his channel. He's a moderator on the channel. He's wonderful. And he does some amazing videos. He also sings. Was it rap? No, sings. Yes, sings. The Discord is in my community. I will put it back on the community page today, and then you guys can jump in. You guys have been absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for jumping on. And like I said, I will be back in a few days, and we'll have more movie chats. I'll have way more things to talk about. Thank you so much for indulging in my conversation about Armie Hammer and telling me that no one should be cancelled unless they are cancelled. No one should be cancelled unless they're cancelled. That's what the conclusion was today. You guys have been amazing. Thank you so much. And until we speak again, big love.